Back in the day, I used to do a solo date once a month, okay? I took myself on solo trips. I have sit at the club, at the bar by myself. Like, I have never had any issue being by myself until now, I guess. Today was a day that I wanted to take myself out. I asked my friends to go. They didn't want to go. And I canceled my own solo date. That was supposed to be a solo date in the first place. I came home and I asked myself, as I was walking up the stairs, I said, what happened to you, bro? What happened to you? Well, the experience it's about community, but it's also growing as an individual as well. Being hyper dependent on the people within this group, allowing them to dictate if I do something or if I don't do something, if they come or if they don't come. And I just said, what happened to you, Nikki? Like, I just need to address this feeling that I have in my core of my body. What is the fear that I have in my body right now that gets me to like opt out of doing something if somebody else isn't doing it with me? Because there are so many opportunities that you can miss out on if you are waiting for someone else to be side by side with you. And I want to just get back to me. No, I want to recreate, lean into the things that I want to do and create a new version of myself that is good at doing those things. All right, let's get into this video. Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Nikki Vanted. If you've been here before, hey friend. And if you have not, hey, what's up? Hello. Ain't you pretty? Soon as you came through the dup. I am a little stressed right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I am actually in my next destination. I'm no longer in Albania. I'm trying my best to catch y'all up into where I'm at right now. It's something that I'm prioritizing so that I'm not really behind on content, because I would really love for y'all to be on the journey at the same time as me. So bear with me on that, please. Last time we did this like sit down podcast style-ish video. It's something new to me, and it's something that I'm interested in doing because I know that you guys watch my long form videos and you're just hearing my inner thoughts all the time. Like, I'm literally always stressed out about something or overthinking about something, and instead of thinking it in my brain, I think it right here on this camera. So we're just gonna take one topic every once in a while, and we're gonna do videos like this because I felt like you guys really enjoyed it. If you didn't, you know, you can be honest, but not too honest. Taking a couple of steps back if you're new here, because I always like to reintroduce myself to people that may have not seen me before, or you might watch my YouTube shorts and this is your first time seeing a long form video. So I'm traveling for 12 countries, 12 months, and I quit my job. I left New York. I was living in Detroit. Now I am here in a new country. I was in Albania in this video, and having these forum conversations helped me see some of the progress, some of the things that are top of mind for me at this stage on month 3 of traveling across the world, jobless, single, like all the things. One of the things that you saw in the previous clip of the video was me sort of freaking out. Honestly, I freaked out a little bit more because I was on the phone with my friend. And Christina, if you're watching this, hey girl, you know me better than I know myself. I was on the phone with my friend, and I was just really upset for losing a piece of me that was so near and dear. I wanted to talk about this topic of overcoming a fear of solo dates, solo adventures, solo experiences. I am a huge self-care proponent. Solo dates have helped me in so many different areas of my life. A lot of y'all have seen me talk about my depression, and maybe one day we'll get into a sit down forum on that. Let me know in the comments if that's something that you're interested in hearing about, because I'm always open to talking about that. Some of my very, very lowest moments where I was very depressed, solo dates was something that helped me understand who I am a bit more. Take time for me is the ultimate level of self-care. You'll see in the video that I did end up taking myself out on a longer than expected day with me, myself, and I. Thank you. And you'll see in the next couple videos, I did something else too. But back on topic. I think that it's really important to take this time and dedicate this time for yourself, but it is scary. It can be scary if you've never ever done it before, or if it's been a long time like me. Just wanted to talk through that and some good takeaways to maybe ease your nerves, or me to ease my own nerves. We're all in this together, friend. Like, I've noticed that I have become extremely hesitant to get myself out and about by myself. And I don't like that. I'm sorry. I just do not like that. I know that I am on this journey, and I'm trying to work on building community here and back at home, and maybe with new people that I meet along this journey, which is great and amazing. And I love people, kind of. But in the same sense of like building community and wanting that, I think that it is really important for you to not lose your sense of self, because everybody is not going to want to do everything with you at all times. Okay. And also, you don't want to have to do everything with everybody at once at all the time. My self-identity and taking care of myself and doing things for myself is something that is extremely important to me. I think it is extremely empowering to have the ability to be able to do this that I don't want to lose. I know that as we get older, we grow, we experience certain things, we change and evolve and all of these things. And I do want to make space for that, but I don't ever want to lose myself. I could get married, have kids, and as you get older, like you have more responsibilities and taking care of families and things come up in life, you sort of lose little bits and pieces of yourself while also gaining other things like children, family, all these things. My opinion, just like it's important for you to maintain, and if you don't know, I'm spiritual, so I believe in God. I don't know about you. I love God. You don't love God. What's wrong with you? Nobody is taking a ruler to me personally and saying, you have to maintain this relationship with God. You have to show up to church. You have to do Bible study. You have to pray. Like, nobody is doing that for me. So if I don't keep up with and maintain my relationship with God and make sure that I'm connected with Him, deep connection that I want and the way that I want, nobody is going to do that for me. Nobody's going to push me to do that because we are no longer children. As you get older, more responsibilities, you're responsible for more things, so less people are responsible for you. Things like your relationship with God, your relationship with self, these are all things that are important for you to manage. Nobody else. Nobody's going to push you to do that. Maybe they will. Maybe you might got some nice, cool people around you, but nobody around me is pushing me to do nothing. And I ain't going to let nobody push me to do nothing, okay, friend? It is important for you to recognize in your own body, like, this is something that is important to me. My relationship with myself, feel like I can do anything. To feel like I don't necessarily need somebody by my side 24/7 to do the things that I want to do. Let's say you want to try this really nice restaurant. There's this restaurant in New York. What the hell is it called? It's by Chef Kwame. I know the chef name. Tatiana. I had always wanted to go to Tatiana. I really wanted to try the restaurant. I really wanted to see what the vibes were, what they gave. I asked my friend to go with me. No, I don't like this type of food. Okay. Okay. I asked my mama to go with me. No, too expensive. I'm all right. I actually would love to go to Katz, to the deli over here. Let's go over there. Okay. And so now I'm prioritizing what other people want above what I want. I want to try the restaurant. So why can't I go and try the restaurant? Why do I have to wait for somebody to attend with me and be handheld with me in all of these experiences? I enjoy myself enough to experience this solo and still enjoy it. I know some people think about solo travel or going to a restaurant by yourself. I've been seeing some posts on TikTok where people are like, it's actually boring to do that. And I disagree because I actually like myself. Not to say that you don't like yourself if you think that it's boring, and you might like being with people more, but I can have a good time by myself. If you can have a good time by yourself, let me know in the comments. I don't know if it's just me. Maybe I don't like people as much as I think. Do you feel like you can have a good time by yourself? Do you feel like do you genuinely feel like you're a good time? I genuinely feel like I'm a good time, friend. No tea, no shade. It's oftentimes, this is a real quick tangent. It's even when you go on little dates, when I go on dates with boys or whatever, sometimes I have to ask myself, did I really enjoy that date, or was I just the funny one? Or was it me that I enjoyed? Was it me? I literally have to ask myself that after dates all the time. And most often, the answer is I enjoyed the date because I was a great time. I had some great jokes. Needless to say, I just love the fact that I have the ability to enjoy experiences that I want to do solo, simply because I enjoy not just being by myself, but I can't enjoy it without the thought that this would be better if I can't enjoy it like that because this person isn't by my side and that person isn't by my side. No, I really just want the mindset that having somebody there is the cherry on top. Having somebody out to eat with you is great. Having somebody to go to the club with you is even better. Having somebody to go to do all of these things with you is so incredible. It's the cherry on top. The cherry on top of a sundae is needed. It's necessary. We love it. She's cute. But is a sundae nasty without the cherry? Is a sundae no longer good without the cherry? Oh, the sundae is just fine without the cherry. I don't know what type of metaphor I'm making here, but I hope it's clicking. I need that cherry on top of my sundae. I need that cherry. I need my community. I need my people. I would love to have my people with me. I'm still a Sunday at the end of the day, okay? At the end of the day, I'm still a Sunday. When it comes to solo days, I would literally take time out of my calendar. It was something that my therapist actually recommended for me. It was like, maybe put some time on your calendar once a month. My go-to solo date started off like this. So boom, we get off work. We get dressed. We put our makeup on. Like, I would get zawed up, okay? Because if you can't get cute for you, I don't know who you can get cute for. I would get zawed up, put my wig on, put my makeup on, look real cutesy. Reservations were already made because I would usually make my reservations like the week before. Go to my little restaurant reservation. After the restaurant reservation, I would go and get me a drink at the bar. And then after that, I would take myself a cute movie at the iPic. But you know the iPic in New York by the Fulton, it has the real nice view of the Brooklyn Bridge. I would go and sit over there, take a few flicks. Like, I would give myself the whole aesthetic, the vibe. And if I had enough energy after the movie was over, I might link up with some friends. But I just had a full day and I enjoyed my full day by myself. You get me? And so doing that monthly, I build up this sort of like, I can do anything. And so to take a couple steps back, because I got like really busy with changing life, moving from New York or quitting my job, like it was just a lot going on. I just did not have time to prioritize my solo dates in any way. So now that things are less chaotic, I'm just noticing that I have lost that muscle that I built up. Cause you know, getting out on a solo date for the first time, like it's very awkward. No tea, no shade. Like you sitting there, you like, now who do I talk to? You see in this video, I ended up taking myself out on a date, but I had my headphones in my ear. Like, I was happy that I got out, no shade. But I had my headphones in my ear. I was calling my cousins back home. I was making calls. Like, I was on the street, but I had a good time, but it was still like, dang, girl, like you couldn't have a moment of silence, like that awkward silence when you're sitting by yourself at the bar by yourself. Like the first time, it's a little spooky ooky, friend. It's so much more than just doing things on your own. It's so much more than just doing things alone. Like, it helps you be able to enjoy your own company, reset and connect with your own self, your thoughts. But the biggest thing for me is it creates joy and fulfillment on your own without the need of like all these other people that exist in your world. So I wanted to leave y'all with a couple tips how I ended up helping myself get to this state of breaking away of the fear and anxiety that exists around taking yourself out. Or maybe you want to get into it more, or maybe you want to send this out to a friend and, you know, help them realize, you know, that they can do it as well. Because my mother doesn't even take herself out at all. Like, my mother says, I would not take myself to the movies by myself. Girl, it's a movie that I want to see. The movies is the easiest thing that you can do for a solo date, friend. Ain't nobody in that movie talking. Can't nobody in that movie see you. They can't even see you. There are 3 main tips that I have to get those nerves, brush those nerves up off your shoulder. Number 1, start small. A solo date doesn't have to be this big, long ass day. It does not have to be this long ass day from 9 to 5 to stay alive, working 9 to 5 to stay alive. It can be something as simple as, oh, I want to take myself out for coffee. I want to go to this museum. I want to go on a walk through the park. It can be these little teeny tiny things, and you can work yourself up to like a date night out. I treat myself so well that when a man comes around and ready to take me on a date, it's like, baby, I done gave myself this. It's something that you can do. Sorry, guys. Let me turn on my light because I feel like it's getting really dark in here. Other one was making it a ritual. So like I said, when my therapist recommended that I take myself out on a solo date, she said, put it on the calendar. I did. And it gave me an opportunity, like, this is on my calendar. I have to show up for myself. So I put 2 events on my calendar. And this is something that I'm doing now that I'm in these different countries. Like, I still want to make time to see the things that I want to see, even if other people on this group with me don't want to see it. So for me, like, this is a great example. So for me, when I'm traveling, it is important for me to, if I can, because in a lot of places, it's not really possible. Like Albania, it's not really possible. But in some places, like, I want to see like Black experiences. I want to see where the Black people party, where the bars at, where they at. You know how you type in TikTok, Black people bars, Black people clubs. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that is something that is really important to me. Most of the people on this trip are not like me. They're not, you know what I mean? That's fine. That's totally fine. Everybody is interested in their own thing. Me prioritizing Black experiences is extremely important to me. And this is something that I want to do. And I know that other people in this group are likely not going to be doing it with with me, I have to prioritize and make it a thing to do it myself. And then my last tip is to just be kind to yourself. Recognize that this is going to feel awkward when you do it for the first time, or when you do it for your third or fourth, fifth time. Eventually it does get easier. And if you miss a solo date, like how I am, like y'all tell me to be kind to myself all the time. I'm not too bent out of shape at the fact that I'm not prioritizing solo travel, because I'm with incredible people on this journey, like 12 people that I'm traveling with for a year. That's a lot of people to build separate relationships with. So like I am prioritizing community right now. So if I don't have time to take myself out on a solo date, it's not the end of the world. But if I try, that's great. But I also want, like I said, I still want to be aware of my own relationship with myself and making sure that I'm making time for that. So whether it be solo dates, whether it be journaling and finding, making sure and taking care and nurturing my relationship with God, that's really important to me, or taking care of my body, like anything that I can do that is like self-care related, adjacent, I feel like I'm happy with. You don't have to feel really anxious about doing this. If you're nervous, it's okay to, be in that sort of rusty vibe at first where it just feels a bit awkward, because that's how it's gonna feel. You're not gonna master everything at the first couple of tries, girl. You have to be easy, and you have to be kind, and you have to be really nice and gentle with yourself in this experience, because if you're not nice and gentle with yourself on your first experience going out to eat and you're mad at yourself because you didn't enjoy it as much as you wanted to, what makes you think that you're gonna go out for the next solo date? You're not. Just know that all of these things take time. My best solo experience, I wish I was vlogging during this time. It was my 30th birthday and I wanted to take myself on a solo trip. I took myself on a solo trip to Mexico. Girl, I was up the night before Googling. This was my first time taking a trip by myself, out the country, out the city, out anywhere, okay? And I was up the night before Googling, like, is it safe for women to travel by themselves? I was freaking myself out. But I had made my reservations before I got to Mexico. I had set my plans every single day. I had made reservations for every single time of the day. And because I know myself, I knew when I would get in that hotel room, somehow I would end up laying on the bed and convincing myself to just order food in and stay in the bed the whole night. I went to Todos Santos and then I went to Cabo. Todos Santos was more beachy, yoga, and Cabo was like party vibe. I set my reservations and that was so helpful because it helped me get out. And the more you talk to people, you meet friends while you're out. I really wasn't by myself. I had met people and I did not pay for a thing. When I tell y'all, I did not pay for a single thing. Like when people saw me out, they ended up talking to me and then somehow my bill was paid. Voila, magic. I had met beautiful couples. I had met beautiful friend groups that was out. Like I will tell y'all, my 30th birthday, when I took myself out the country by myself, there is no other birthday. There is no other like weekend that even compares to that time for me. That was the best. I'm not lying when I say this. That was the best experience of my life. So if you're thinking about doing like a solo trip, highly recommend, okay? Because while I'm doing remote year and I'm traveling for 12 countries, 12 months, whatever, this is still kind of solo. Like I signed up for this by myself. I didn't know these people before I signed up for this. This is all like new. Like I'm getting to know all new people. You can enjoy life alone too. Like you can have community and still enjoy life on your own as well. If you feel afraid or if you feel anxious about doing something like this, know that you're not alone. I mean, I feel the same way. I'm still trying to convince myself to take myself out during this new country. We're all a work in progress. I am being nicer to myself, y'all. I promise you. What was your favorite solo date? Like if you have a favorite solo travel moment or favorite solo date, like give the girls ideas. Like what should we be doing for our solo dates? We know we can take ourselves out to eat. We know we can take ourselves to the movies. Like what's the tea? Like give us some good solo date advice in the comments. I want to see y'all pop off, help the girlies out. So yeah, that's it guys. Thank y'all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. I can't wait to catch y'all up on where I'm at right now. It's not too much going on. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. We're not even gonna get into that. But thank y'all so much for watching. I love y'all down, but you already know that, and you already know what's coming next. Complete the heart for me. Hold on, wait, let me get closer so you can see. Can you see? Yeah. Thank y'all so much. I love y'all down, and I will talk to you next time. Bye.